Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Sunday morning to you. I have a quick pickups video. I don't buy a whole lot of games anymore. It's quite rare, in fact. So, whenever I have the opportunity to make a pickups video, I will do so. But anyway, as many of you know, maybe if you watch my channel, I don't know. I did recently acquire a Switch 2 pretty much on launch, which was quite nice. They were a little bit scarce to come by, but one of the local GameStops had a couple of them, and we decided to pick one up, and I'm happy that we did, enjoying it thus far. Uh, I didn't ever own a Wii, but I did get the Wii U, and I thought it was quite an innovative little console for its time. Really underappreciated. One of my favorite Nintendo consoles of all time. It was just horribly marketed, and people didn't understand the difference between Wii and Wii U. But I don't know, Switch 2. Is it because PlayStation 2, so on and so forth? It's like that's how people have come to recognize the next console now. I guess that's how it is. But yeah, so with that Wii U, I remember picking it up back in 2012, also pretty much on launch, but I didn't see any commercials for it or anything. The only way I was made privy to the knowledge that it was being released was through other YouTubers. I'm like, huh, what? No idea about this. And it's funny, I always knew the Switch 2 was going to come out, never picked up a Switch, but I had no idea that it was happening now. It's just, I'm really out of the loop. I don't follow the news with games or anything. So, kind of surprised it was coming out and picked it up. What I did with the Wii U, having never owned a Wii, is I did kind of, being that the backward compatibility exists between those two consoles, as it does with the Switch 2 and the Switch, I kind of went back and purchased a couple of the Wii titles that I wasn't able to play, having never owned the console, like, I don't know, such as, what were some of the games? Kirby's Return to Dreamland, Mario Galaxy, I don't know, like Gunblade New York, LA Machine Guns, the port of those two Sega arcade games where you could kind of use the Wiimote as the light gun. So those were really fun to play. Also, the Donkey Kong game that was on the Wii, did get that one. So it was like 8 or 9 games I picked up. And, I'd probably do the same with the Switch games that I can now play on the Switch too. So these are Switch games I'm going to show you. Nothing too special. You've seen them before, but I've just acquired them so over the past couple of weeks. The first one is Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. So, not as though I really need to tell you, but, it was obviously originally a DS game, which I'm sure you know, and this is a nice HD remaster port. Now, I do remember a friend of mine back in the day for the GameCube had the original Luigi's Mansion. So, way back then, I did get a little look at it, playing it with him a little bit, but it's quite foggy in my mind. It was like one time I played it, so you won't really recall much from that decades ago. But yeah, I did like the kind of sit down, I guess it's kind of like a light gun shooter too, as I recall, the Luigi's Mansion arcade cabinet. It's a really fun interactive experience. I love like hopping in cabs like that, if you guys remember Ocean Hunter back in the day. Those games are always fun. And what I had heard was Mansion 2 is sort of like based on the layout of that game. Now, it's been a while since I've played that one too, so I can't recall. Obviously, they're different games entirely, but I kind of wanted to get this one because did enjoy that. And this is a fantastic game. I don't know why I didn't play it. It's funny, my son wanted to pick it up. And I don't know, is there like a Luigi's Mansion cartoon? I don't know how he knew about this. But he was like, Daddy, we gotta get this. And I'm thinking, maybe just like going to Target a lot, he just noticed it. But yeah, he wanted to get it, so we did, and it's it's a ESRB todos everyone, so obviously quite a child-friendly game, and it's great. It's you're in this mansion, of course, solving all these puzzles and hunting ghosts, and you take them back to the Professor Egad. The mansion is really nice. I mean, I really enjoy it's just fun exploring and being in it. The ambiance is very atmospheric. Everything about it is great. And it's sort of, in a way, it gives me like Capcom 96 RE vibes being in the mansion exploring. Now, obviously, totally different game. That's where the comparison ends. But a tried and true formula, similar in that vein, kind of. It's like, it seems to work. People like that type of thing. It's fun to go explore in the large mansion and go on an adventure. So that's Luigi's Mansion 2. It's amazing. That's what it is. It's just a little like SD card, and forget about a manual. I guess those days aren't coming back. A little disappointing, but what can you do? And then the other thing I picked up, this one, we picked this up actually just the other day, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. One of my favorite games on the Wii U would have to be the Mario Kart 8 game. I remember picking that up back in 2014 at a Target. I remember the exact Target I got it at, and the crazy synergy and just weirdness to life is, well, my son and I picked it up at the same Target where I got that one. It's been over a decade. That's crazy. Time flies, but one of the things, so I'll just talk about this a little bit. I really like Mario Kart World. I think it's a unbelievably nice tech demo, and it is fun, graphically quite impressive, and having 24 racers on the track, it's pretty amazing. So going back and playing this, like, you can definitely tell the graphics don't stack up and you have less racers. It's not running in as high resolution, but it still looks beautiful. And the reason that one, I thought we'll get this because you had all of the Koopalings, the Koopa kids, and my son and I have been really enjoying watching the old Super Mario Brothers 3, or Super Mario World, well, and the original with Captain Lou Albano, Danny Wells, but the ones with the Koopa kids, like, he especially enjoys. And there was a Mario Kart game where you could actually play as them. And it was a little disappointing that in Mario Kart World, they decided to axe the Koopa kids and instead put in a bunch of characters that I don't think bring a lot to the table. I like World a lot. I would say, yeah, people would enjoy it if they were going to go out and buy it. It came with the system when we got it, so. But I like 8 better, and it's Deluxe, so there are a few differences. I saw that when you load up the game and you're at the character select screen, there's like Diddy Kong and Funky Kong, and I love the Donkey Kong Country games, of course, but it seems to be like you can't unlock them for this. You have to subscribe to some monthly service, and then it's like, not doing that, man. Not paying. It's like, once you pay for the stuff, not paying for services, streaming, video games. It's just gotten out of control these days with that type of thing. So, but it doesn't really matter because really the Koopa kids are the main draw for this. And as a pure racing game, the track, the circuits, the layouts, they're just better. I think in World, they're a little bit over the top. You're flying a lot, and of course you do a good bit of that in 8, but just as a pure racing game, the tracks are more fun, and I enjoy the characters more in it. So thought, oh, cool, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it has a few things different, like the demo track where it starts off when you're in Rainbow Road, and I don't know. I suppose there are more cups added. I can't really remember all the ones that were on the Wii U version, but it feels like the same game, but different. I don't know. And yeah, again, you're not getting a whole lot in there in terms of, there's no manual. So, and here's an interesting thing. That's it, guys. Not much, nothing special. But one thing that I noticed when I loaded it up is that the game was so when you're in the demo attract, you get like a white screen, a black screen when it's going back and forth between the gameplay and just the title intro where it says press start. It seems to load like it takes between I don't know, maybe 7 seconds for those screens, and I thought that's kind of a little slow. And then I read that with the backward compatibility, if you're playing a Switch game on the Switch 2 via a physical disc or SD card, whatever you want to call them, that it can actually load more slowly. And it's like, that's funny because I don't know. I guess Nintendo, it doesn't really matter to them, but they would not want you to spend the most money possible because the physical games are a little more expensive than the digital ones. But I've heard that if you were to, for instance, go on the Nintendo eShop and just download 8 Deluxe or something, it would load faster. Again, nothing that it's very minute. It doesn't bother me. It's just an interesting thing to talk about. I wonder if anyone else knows about that or experienced that when they played it or read about it or what have ya. So, but yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2 and Mario Kart 8 pickups from the last couple of weeks game wise, and that's about it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.